How does space travel affect our health? Can it be a weapon against aging? Good news! An area has been found where women have the advantage. How does space travel affect our health? Can it be a weapon against aging? Greater than scientific research. How does going to space affect human health? While this question might currently seem relevant only to astronauts, the rapidly growing space tourism industry means it will soon concern us all. Recently, the results of one of the most comprehensive studies answering this question were shared with the public. This study involved civilians who traveled to orbit on SpaceX's spacecraft in 2021, and numerous articles about the research have been published in scientific journals. Researchers from over 100 institutions around the world analyzed tons of data and found that the human body undergoes many changes in space, but most of these altered values return to their normal levels within a few weeks after returning to Earth. What we know and don't know about space travel. Being in space subjects our bodies to various stresses, from the radiation exposure to the disorientation caused by weightlessness in a gravity-free environment. Scientists have known for a long time that space flights lead to health problems such as bone mass loss, heart, eye, and kidney issues. However, the small sample size, as fewer than 700 people have been to space, limited the findings. Moreover, space agencies have been reluctant to share their findings on astronauts' health. But the 4 American tourists who spent 3 days in space as part of the Inspiration 4 mission willingly shared their data with the public. The initial results, compared with data from 64 astronauts, were published in June in Nature's subcategories. Researchers found changes in the blood, hearts, skin, proteins, kidneys, genes, mitochondria, telomeres, cytokines, and other health indicators of people in space. 95% of these health indicators returned to their previous levels within 3 months of returning to Earth. Christopher Mason, one of the lead authors of the study, stated that the most important lesson from these results is that most people experience a rapid recovery after spaceflights. Mason, from Weill Cornell Medical School, explained to journalists that he hopes the deep examinations of the crew will guide scientists in developing medicines or precautions to protect future space travelers. Can it be a weapon against aging? The goal of the Inspiration 4 mission, funded and captained by billionaire Jared Isaacman, was to show that space can be accessible to individuals not prepared for it over many years. Hence, hundreds of tests were conducted on the 4 civilian astronauts. One of the 4 civilians, nurse Haley Arsenault, who went to space at the age of 29, showed a scar from a skin biopsy and said, "I love my space scar." In one of the studies, it was observed that the telomeres, structures at the ends of chromosomes that provide protection against wear and tear, significantly lengthened while the astronauts were in space. However, the telomeres shortened again within a few months after returning to Earth. Susan Bailey from Colorado State University pointed out that telomeres also lengthen as a result of aging in humans, suggesting that finding a solution to this issue could help us poor Earthlings in our endless fight against aging. Bailey even proposed that anti-aging products like telomerase-enriched skin cream could be developed. Mason noted that, based on the available data, there is no reason not to safely travel to and return from Mars, but added, however, you should not make multiple trips due to high radiation levels. In another study, mice exposed to the amount of radiation expected over 2.5 years in space showed permanent kidney damage. Keith Sue, a researcher at the London Kidney Centre, stated, "If we cannot develop new ways to protect the kidneys, a Mars astronaut may need dialysis on the return trip." On the other hand, Mason emphasized that the research results were mostly really good news, adding, "I think these are good signs for people saying, maybe I'll go to space in 6 months." While there is not enough data to say anything definitive, Mason added that female astronauts seem to be more tolerant of the stress caused by space travel, possibly because their bodies are more accustomed to significant changes, such as childbirth.